So on the 23rd of October 1919, wrong century. I'm here because today is the actual anniversary of the Battle of Edgehill. So I'm here at the castle at Edgehill, which is a beautiful pub at the top of Edgehill. The Battle of Edgehill, the first fight in the English Civil War, which took place on the 23rd of October 1642. So we're at the top of the escarpment where the Royalist army gathered to fight the parliamentarians that way, and let's take you on a walk so you can see where it all took place. Okay, I'm now walking down the escarpment that the Royalists walked down on the 23rd of October to provoke the parliamentarians into fighting, who were lined up just down here. So let's show you that. Okay, so both armies found each other unexpectedly close. With the Royalists coming from Shrewsbury to London, they were going near Banbury. In the Midlands, there was strong parliamentarian support. So they were gathering their forces here. And what happened is the armies ended up being quite close to each other. They soon learnt that. And so the Royalists amassed at the top of Edgehill on the 22nd, and the parliamentarians were gathered at Kyneton, which is just over there. That's Radway there, Radway Hall, Radway Village. And the battle took place just there, just behind Radway, between Radway and Kyneton. Now when the Royalists formed up at the top of Edgehill, they did set some cannons up halfway down, and they were firing into the parliamentarians, and from what I read, it wasn't very effective. I don't know if that's because the shots arced down rather than travelled through the troops. So after the cannon fire wasn't very effective, they descended down the hill, formed at the bottom down here somewhere, I think past Radway, and then they were goading the parliamentarians into fighting, which did work. They did engage in the end. There was just under 30,000 troops on both sides, around 15,000 each side. And many reports say the battle was a draw. What was quite funny is that the Royalist cavalry attacked the parliamentarian cavalry on each side, one down this side, one group down the other side, and they forced the parliamentarian cavalry back, which was a success. But they were ill-disciplined, and they started looting, and they just disappeared. They buggered off. Rather than reforming with the infantry, the Royalist infantry here to help with the centre push. So then what happened was the parliamentarian infantry pushed the Royalist infantry back. So one way of looking at it is the parliamentarian infantry was more successful and the Royalist cavalry was more successful, and the cannons was pretty much a waste of time. About 1,000 people were lost to this battle, quite a lot. And there's a mound that there's not a public access to in that direction, which is believed 900 bodies are buried in. The burial mound, which is in that direction, is very close to or part of DCM Kyneton, which we used to live next to. That has got a flight restriction, but what I'll do is I will try and get some drone footage in that area without breaking any rules. So I'll have to fly around Radway and just see if we can get a view of the area and where the battle took place. So the reason this first recognised fight of the British Civil War is so important is that this whole Civil War led to the first and only Republican state in England for about 11 years. We had no monarchy until it was reinstated. It led to the first National Army, which you would assume prevented things like this happening again. And I think really strengthening Parliament and independence from a monarchy-led country. Obviously the monarchy is still involved now, but it's not leading and making those kinds of decisions. So hugely important period of our history, and it's only 8 miles from where we live. The cows are talking to me. If you can hear that cow. Chatty cow. So, English Civil War, end of King Charles, who was executed, end of the monarchy for a number of years, and the start of a national army. And it all started here. And a lot of people lost their lives. And there's a lot of people buried down there somewhere. There you go. All filmed on the anniversary as well. And this all took place 381 years ago to this day, if my maths right. 381 years ago, people were fighting with muskets, pikes, basic cannons, cavalry over there.